until you get triggered.
What up, everybody? This is Trigmatic.
Hey, what's up? This is your girl, Eva Nelson.
This is Chemphe, I'm the rap doctor.
Hi, my name is Effie.
Yeah, this is your boy Promzy, you know.
What's up, Ghana? This is Easy.
Good food. I go by the name Echo Charles.
They call me ladies man, aka replay. Ladies love my swag, put me back on replay. Number one lover boy, they like it my way. My girl know the fear cause I'm amazing. Everywhere I go, I hear them.
And tonight on my show, I'm hanging out with Chemphe or Chemphe. Chemphe, you're welcome to the show. Fine, thank you. Chemphe, when did you realize you could do music professionally?
Wow. I started, professionally about 7 years ago, but music has been a part of me ever since I was growing up. In my family, my big sister sings, my little sister sings.
Okay.
My mom loves music, my dad plays the guitar, so music has been a part of me ever since I was growing up. But I think that those who really know me will tell you that I was in the school choir, led the school choir, been in groups in church, back in high school. I used to sing a lot. So music has been a part of me. It's not been a different thing. Yeah.
So who did you look up to when growing up in terms of music?
I grew up knowing Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, Osibisa, Kudenchi, Daddy Lumba, and because my dad used to have the records. When it wasn't cassettes, they were records. So I think I used to listen whilst my dad played, especially Bob Marley and Maxi Priest, UB40. I grew up falling in love with Stevie Wonder and Michael Jackson, and then to Osibisa, Kudenchi.
Who's a pajama phone and none must cause me a pick up? Cause I got nothing to hide. Don't call me baby, so big up. Check my best and now pampana.
Mr. Music Man album is one of my favorite albums. I always want to listen to those songs because there are great songs on there, and so these people inspired me. I had my first vocal lessons with these people, these great artists. And then later on, I fell in love with R&B music, Boys to R. Kelly, Usher, and great people around.
Ghanaian singer and songwriter Chemphe introduces you to his own style of music, which he calls urban life, a fusion of soulful R&B vocals and grooves from Ghana. Chemphe was inspired by some of the world's biggest Ghanaian musicians. With the help of world's most celebrated R&B act, Chemphe discovered his musical talent in his life while leading the choir. Chemphe expresses his opinion on whether Ghanaian musicians are performing creditably well globally.
We have in Ghana are shedding a course that could take us international, just like the Osibisa artists did in their times.
It's kind of changed, but I'm hoping that it really changes. At first, I couldn't really say yes because most Ghanaian musicians or most Ghanaian artists use our local dialects, which is not being understood out there.
Exactly.
But if you do the global landscape, it's quite easy with a little force. Okay. So for me, I think Ghanaians or Ghana music will get there, but we need that change. If we the artists don't think globally, or if we don't think out of the box, most of them will stay here and be local champions. Internationally, there's been some collaborations.
Let's talk about locally now.
Locally, I've worked with quite some few people. on their album, on my album, I've worked with Castro, I've worked with Tic Tac, I've worked with Miss Bell, I've worked with Nini.
The Saucy Girl.
Yeah.
Where have we seen you do strong live band performance?
Strong, you know, take over live performances has been outside Ghana. I think one in Hong Kong,
wow,
two in Germany and in Norway. I think they were they were off the hook.
Hello, Chemphe.
Hi.
Welcome. Please tell us about your experience.
And you have also written a song about hope for change.
Exactly.
And you told me that this song is inspired by God.
Exactly.
And we would love to hear that song. Or what, Teta?
Yeah. Are you ready?
Come on, you ready? Mama, Africa. Hey. I see a lot of dead people walk on the streets. People with no hope. Hey. Ain't nobody out there inspiring the kids. It's everybody's giving up.
Let's talk about nominations.
Okay.
How many nominations have you gotten in the past music awards?
Wow. I can't really remember, but I think in 2008 I had about 4 or 5 nominations for Best Video, Best Male Vocal Performance, Best Lyricist of the Year.
Okay. That was last year, I guess.
That was 2008.
2008.
Which I won the Best Lyricist of the Year.
Okay.
What again? I think Best Reggae Song of the Year.
Okay.
Yeah, I think 2010 I was nominated for Best Developmental Song of the Year.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're on.
Still counting, right? Okay.
I thank God because the world sees me in a different eye.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, I do global music.
Okay.
I remember when I first, entered the scene with No Pampana.
His debut album, No Pampana, which was his title track, talks about love and commitment. The message in the music is that if you love somebody, you should let the person know how much they mean to you and not play games with their heart. Chemphe talks about his first album, No Pampana.
Yeah, that was my first album, and I think it was basically a new artist who was singing urban music.
Yeah.
And it was more R&B based.
Yeah.
So people raised eyebrow, and people were like, "Hey, who's this guy?
Exactly.
Who's that guy? Who's this guy?" But people really understood me when I did Why They Treat Them Bad.
Okay.
And Why They Treat Them Bad was my sellout.
Why You Dey Treat Am Bad, which was one of Chemphe's biggest sellouts, is a reggae-flavored plea against domestic violence, an issue that is close to Chemphe's heart. It topped the MTV-based chart show for several weeks and won several awards internationally. His crusade against domestic violence pushed his musical career to a different level. Chemphe explains the twist on his first album.
What happened was, after releasing the, after making the cases and all, we decided to add Why They Treat Them Bad. So Why They Treat Them Bad was not written on the case, on the CD case, but it was a hidden track.
Okay, but it was on
it was on that CD.
Okay.
So a lot of people went out there looking for Why They Treat Them Bad and couldn't find it. So my manager and I sat down and like, okay, then in some few days, come up with another album.
Okay.
And then I said, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up with a single album.
A single album.
So we had Why They Treat Them Bad. We had Why They Treat Them Bad Reloaded, which I featured Castro, Wuta, Tiny, and Scooby Silla. And I had a part 2, which featured Boje. That was the one that got on the World Chart show.
Coming up on Knee Meat.
There's been so many controversies. Last time I heard you had an accident and they wanted to find out whether fine boy Chemphe is going out or is single. Chemphe, there's been so many controversies surrounding your musical career.
I want to clear this first. I think I overheard you saying that I'm not internationally doing well.
Okay.
One question that I would like to pose to people is if we could recall from the days of Osibisa, can they state which artist has been able to hit the world? A Ghanaian artist being able to hit the world, and hit to various groups of people, and not just Ghanaian markets.
Now, before you continue, I want to find out this from you. I don't think this controversies or this critics put you down in any way, do they?
No, I've never heard anybody saying I'm not doing internationally well. Probably, I think I've heard people saying, we hear you do so many things out there.
Yeah. We don't see you so much in Ghana.
And we don't see that huge hit in Ghana. That is what I hear.
Okay.
Maybe I have not been too much on top.
Okay.
But I think circulating around, I have done cool.
Okay.
That is to say that I'm not a leftover.
Yeah. Last time I heard you had an accident. Exactly what happened that fateful day?
I think some media people just pinged me and said, is it a hype?
Publicity stunt.
Exactly. And I actually showed them pictures of my face because I had 3 cuts on my face.
Okay.
But thanks be to God, it healed so fast. If I had pictures, I would have given it to you for you to show them.
Sure.
Yeah. I think we're from, we had an interview at Prime FM with Pacino, and then from there we went to Hits FM, and then we had an interview on Joy FM with Kwesi and Nimeje, plus Kwakesi and Asim. Then I think from them, we're coming home, we had to, come back. We had a show that night, but on our way back, I think there was this, I think one trotro driver, crossed this girl who was, I would say was not a professional, but she actually stopped in the middle of the highway. So I think my manager was driving, and we ran into her.
Wow.
The airbag blew up in my face, and I think the windscreen also broke, and most of the glasses spilled out. So I had 3 cuts on my face. Thank God I was in some
we're happy you're safe.
I was in some other shades, and it saved my eye from the glasses. And if you could take a very close look, you could see some dark spots, marks on my face. But I thank God it healed so fast.
We heard you're doing a song with John Jermaine.
You heard. It's already out.
Okay, the song is out already?
Yeah, we're shooting a video soon, and we're still working on the locations. And all.
Who is in that video?
We'll let it out when it's done.
I thought you were going to.
We'll let it out when it's done. I think it's a great song. It has massive downloads, from different sites, over 60,000 downloads. It's doing great. I thank God for my broad fans out in the world. It's a great song. It was a freestyle.
Yeah.
Those who don't know about it, when you listen to it, we even said it was a nice freestyle. We were in the studio, we just bugged in the booth, and then we sang. So I think for me, it's one of the best freestyle that singers have done.
Exactly.
And, that song is going to be on my Purple Kiss album. It's going to be on his Enigma album. So people should just watch out for it. Purple Kiss album coming soon from me. Has features, has a great song coming out, Kiss Me, featuring Funny Face, 4x4.
Funny Face on that song?
Exactly.
Wow.
People are wondering how,
Yeah.
you know, I featured him.
Yeah.
Boniface is a good friend too, but you check him out.
Yeah.
Maybe he might fool on that, but maybe it might
Yeah.
not be what you think.
Exactly.
But it might be another thing that you
Yeah.
would love.
Yeah.
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 I believe I can.
Chemphe's invitation comes at a time where he's gearing up for the release of a double album by which he hopes to inspire and change the world through music. As the headline artist, Chemphe will perform the theme song, an inspirational song which he purposefully designed to capture the total vision of the organization for the year 2011. Chemphe speaks about the charitable initiative Save 35,000 European Tall.
I get it right? 85,000 children European tall.
Well.
How did that come about? And well, Ghanaians are very happy and proud about the fact that you were out there supporting a very charitable cause. But we want to find out, how did that initiation start and how is it going so far?
Most people have seen me as that great humanitarian.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not something that I project. It's not something that I easily come out and say,
okay,
this is what I'm doing, this is what I've done.
Yeah.
So many artists would come out and say things they're doing because it's being spearheaded by somebody who's using their faces for it. But for me, I normally wouldn't do that because I think doing that should come straight from my heart. I've been, you know, on several huge platforms to, you know, save the world and other things. My first break, you know, on something quite huge on the platform was for the African conference of the YMCA. That was in Ghana, 2010, early 2010. I think, you know, it was huge. We, you know, people all over Africa was here, and you know, I had to spearhead that movement, which I am the champion for that cause, subject to citizen, for the YMCA. Then, you know, I was invited to, you know, to be a part of, you know, the world conference of the YMCA in Hong Kong. You know, I actually did that with a great icon in Asia called Juwita Suwito.
The name again?
Juwita Suwito.
Juwita
Suwito, exactly.
Do you have the privilege of knowing what that means actually?
No, I think we all had that artistic figure, and you know, whenever we came together, we spoke about the things that was happening around and things that we had to do for that whole movement or that whole world occasion to be, you know, successful. And there were a few times that we talked about ourselves. You know, I don't enjoy talking about myself unless, you know, you want to know. You know, we had a few conversations, but Juwita Suwito, I really don't understand. But on that same platform, there was the world, conference of the YMCA was for me one of the huge platforms. I was shooting the video and check out is global. So
I'm sure it's going to be exclusive on my show.
Let's see about it. Maybe you might see it on CNN first. Yeah.
Chemphe is going to be telling us about the concept behind that particular music video, and we will definitely show the video. So tell me, what's the concept behind the #1 video?
Do you believe it's the #1 video in Ghana?
They call me ladies man, aka replay. Ladies never swipe, put me back on replay. #1 level boy, they like it my way. My girl know the fear cause I'm amazing. Everywhere I go, I hear them say, check my nigga in the stereo, you hear them say, make you no fear, oh oh my baby. Cause there's one thing I got to say. I share you're my #1. You be my #1. Oh, you're my #1.
A lot of people sent us mail on our Facebook fan page and they wanted to find out whether Fine Boy Chemphe is going out or is single. And I'm sure he's going to clarify that very shortly. And he'll be telling us about his secret relationship with the Ghanaian top actress, Vicky Zuga. So let's get back to Chemphe and find out.
Well, did I tell you I was...
Come again?
Did I tell you I was dating her?
We had a lot of mails. Ghanaians
really?
love to know who their celebrities are going out with, so they can actually find some meanings when they find you guys in public, at the mall, at the cinemas, and so are you going out?
One, I'm not married. Two, I'm not going out. Three, I'm not dating Vicky. Vicky is a very good friend. We communicate a lot. She's not the only friend that I have who is in the industry. I have other female acts who are like equally very tight. I could mention names there and there, but I think artists and actresses or people in the arts have this common bond when they meet outside. It's if you don't take time, you might misjudge them because we are friends. A lot of people see us out there and they can't get closer. You don't have a lot of people coming close to you, so those you meet whilst you're on your job becomes good friends. So for her, she's been a good friend. There are several women who are good friends.
So can I say you're married to your music in a way?
Yeah, for now I think my concentration is on my music and who I want to be. Yeah.
So 5 years from now, how do we see Chemphe? Are you going to go into fashion? Because currently we just saw Mimi launch a clothing line. We've seen D Black launching his Black Avenue clothing line, and his first line is called Revelation. Are you going to fashion anytime soon?
I don't know. I smile to when you said 5 years from now. I'm one person who doesn't really normally answer questions like these because my life belongs to God. And he orders me the step of the way. But from the look of things, judge my movement, judge the things that are happening in my life. You will know that maybe from 2-3 years to come, this boy would be there.
Ghana's R&B and soul musician Chemphe is set to release 2 albums, a live album called Purple Kiss and an inspirational album titled New Day, which was released in Norway in June 31st, 2011. Tracks on the New Day album include Change Is Gonna Come, Global Citizen, Trinity, and many more. His final words.
And your final words. There are lots of people who look up to Chemphe, and we want to take your final words. We're sure a lot of people want to be Chemphe.
Seek the face of God. I think we're all here for a reason. I have found who I am. I was born to do it. I was born to be, do music, and touch people by my music and with my music. So to you out there, I would want to say that believe in God, believe in what you have, step at it, try to make an effort to become something, and then people out there can help you do it. To my fans, I would say thank you for the support and the prayers. You are my song. Whenever you talk to me, whenever you send me an email, it becomes another song. So don't stop saying hi, or don't stop smiling at me whenever you meet me, or keep loving my music, keep loving everything that I do. I'm never or ever gonna undermine you and do any kind of disposable music for you. I'll do music that would stay with you, or that would make us stay together for years. So I love you all. You're still my number one, like I am your number one.
We've recorded this show at Chase, located around Laboni. You can pass through the lounge and get yourself some nice drinks and some nice salad. Join us next week as we speak to our next guest. Good night.